Hi everyone, this is Ramona coming back at you. It feels like it's been like a really long time since last time I made a video. I don't even remember the date. But anyways, this video is coming late for a young man who has asked me for some advice, and my son. And I want to apologize right now. I actually had made a video for you. You know who you are. I made a video for you the day before Thanksgiving, which was the 27th, and it was like, I don't know, a 27-minute video, and only 3 minutes and 10 seconds picked up, and the rest of my voice was just like ugh. So anyways, the reason why I couldn't get back to you on Friday, I was like, well, at least I'll do it on Friday. But no, my computer, I redid my computer again, and I had to do all the updates and everything, and then I couldn't install my webcam. I was like frustrated. I'm like, ugh. So I finally got my webcam up. So I'm just like, let me make this video now. I don't like disappointing my viewers. So, because I appreciate you guys very much so. Okay, so that was a minute and 25 seconds worth of explanation. So I just wanted to apologize. And also, I hope that everybody had like a really wonderful Thanksgiving. Okay, so let's get started. All right. So again, the letter that I received is a lengthy letter. So I'm just going to summarize it for you, for everyone, so you can get a grasp of what I'm advising. Okay, so quite a while ago, when this guy was 22 years old, his sister got involved with some unsavory people, with some unsavory friends, and bottom line, they were a little bit edgy. They were like too edgy for her, too over the top for her. They were getting in a lot of trouble. Coming up with these plans of like stealing and just a whole just ratchet sort. Okay, and so his sister was like, I've had enough of this. Goodbye. I mean, fun's fun, but that's not my kind of. I'm not trying to ruin my life with burglarizing people and what have you. So his sister had left those three people. It was two girls and one of the girls' boyfriend. Okay. So, anyways, I guess one day the friends decided, oh well, we're gonna burglarize you. Okay, so they did, and so this guy who this advice is for, he had come home and saw that his sister and his aunt, and I'm not really sure if the uncle, I don't know, I think it's just the aunt and the sister, they were tied up, and he didn't know if they were joking, because how do you respond to that when you walk in, like, oh my god, what's going on? It's like, you don't know if it's a joke, maybe, or what, but they were like, so he went over there to take the gag off and like, what's going on here? And at that point, one of the friends' boyfriend hit him over the head, and I think there was like chemicals that maybe passed out or whatever. It was like that's really crazy. Okay, so but here's the problem. That was when he was 22. He's now 27 years old, and this is something that really petrified him, terrified him, and he's just having a hard time getting over it 5 years later. He actually went to counseling for this and everything, and I think that he's feeling kind of, oh boy, I hope my son doesn't ask me for seconds. Please bear with me, everyone. Okay, so gather my thoughts. Okay, so yeah, so he's having like a really hard time getting through this. And he's feeling like, he's feeling emasculated because he felt that, he should have been the man of the house, taking care of his two female relatives. And he's just feeling like he just didn't, do his job, and he's just feeling really bad about that. So, okay. And, that's pretty. I'm going to make a comment about that, but what he also had to tell me, which I was really like kind of upset to hear, is that, he confided, he has a fiance, and he's 27, she's 34. Okay, so he had confided in her as his future wife. Okay, he had confided in her and said, listen, this is a major thing that happened to me when I was 22 years old. I've had such a hard time with this that I actually had to seek counseling. So, and instead of her having a supportive reaction, she took it as a piece of information that now she can just like poke fun at him with. Okay, and I was just like, I can't believe that she would do that. I'm not going to come down too hard because, that's not what it's all about. It's, I'm just trying to give you the advice that I feel it's going to help you out the best possible way. I wish my other video was up because it was like more awesome. I was just like, I got it all out and it was ace. But so I'm going to do my best here. Okay. So, that's really what I want to focus on. I think that's like a major thing there, and then inadvertently it'll help the second portion of you feeling emasculated and feeling, that just that small and not feeling like you were man enough to, handle your business. Okay, so bear with me. Okay, I do want to touch on the age difference. 27 and 34. You're 27 years old and she's 34. That's perfectly fine. You're both adults. That's fine with me. Okay. But my problem is that the maturity level here of your fiance. I'm not saying that I'm not generalizing an immaturity level, but I am focusing on how she handled what you had the trust in her to divulge this information that's embarrassing to you, it's humiliating to you, and this was like a major ordeal for you. You were terrified to walk in there. I mean, that was not. I know that you're feeling emasculated and you're feeling like this small, but to me, that's not something to put your nose up at. I think that there was like a major. I mean, your life and your two female relatives, your lives were in jeopardy. And how dare your fiance make jokes about that? And also, I feel that, you are her future husband, and she should know when something is to be laughed at or made light of, or when she sees her future husband talking about something that's very serious. I mean, with our loved ones, you look into their eyes and you see them talking about something, and you know when they're being serious about it, and when they're not. I mean, she had to look into your eyes and not and had seen something there that, okay, wow, I should take this really seriously. He's really having a hard time with this. I'm going to support him through this and talk it out to see how I can help him out. But instead of her doing that, not only did she make fun of you and made you feel even that much smaller, but she also took it upon herself to get a peanut gallery, let her friends know about a personal issue that was supposed to be between the two of you, a private husband and wife issue, and she decided to tell her friends. And not only that, but now her friends come over to the house and they're laughing, having a good old time talking about, oh, well, role playing, that's a woman's greatest fantasy, about having her husband being tied up and what have you. And oh, that's like fun. And he's sitting there like, but he's not sitting there like, yo, what's going on? Like, he's laughing. He's laughing along, right along with him. So, the reason why I'm not coming down too hard on her is because, people, you have to tell people exactly how you feel. You can't just assume, put on masks, okay? And expect a certain reaction from the other person, and get the support that you need, and get the respect that you need, if you're just going to be laughing along right along with the peanut gallery, okay? And that's probably why she's taking it so lightheartedly, okay? So, she should have known better to look in her husband's eyes and said, okay, well, wow, all right, let me be supportive. But like I said, then again, you need to be honest with your wife. I'm just going to call her your wife, okay? You need to be honest with your wife. You guys are engaged to get married. That's a major step. That's a lifetime commitment. And plus you have 2 children together. Okay? And it's sad too because, I have children myself, and I know all too well how when we have children with somebody, we just assume and take advantage. And it's not that we do it on purpose, but I think that we just take advantage of the fact that, oh, that person's going to be there forever. I really don't have to work at this relationship. I don't really have to work out, if there's any lack of disrespect, if the relationship has started with wobbly grounds, but here I am with we have children together. So there's just going to be constant disrespect between the two of us, and whatever. And because we have children together, well, it's okay to treat each other that way. And I think that we all do it to an extent. Some of us know better, and catch it in the butt before it gets a little out of hand. But then there's other people who just take advantage of the person that they're with, because you take advantage of the fact that they're going to be there forever. And the reality is that it's not going to last forever if there's always going to be a constant taking advantage, and not respecting each other, and not trusting each other, and not honoring each other, and not having the privacy between husband and wife. It's supposed to be you two against the world, not you standing there by yourself while she tells her peanut gallery and they're all laughing at you. That's and you standing there not defending yourself and laughing along right away. I mean, so do you see how I set that up, set the scenario up? And I set it up that way so you can clearly see what, okay, so maybe this is partly my fault as well. So, okay. So again, I want to talk about the age difference. You're 27, grown man. She's 34, grown woman. It's fine, the age difference, okay? But, I've at the age of 34, it really does depend on the person because, when I was 34, I don't think that was all that mature as well either. But definitely at age 27, I was more like a 20-year-old, okay? So I understand, people get, have their maturity at certain times. But if you're debating a major change in your life, getting married, you really have to come from a serious base of having trust, okay? Trusting and respecting one another and being real. If you have to enter in a relationship and by wearing a mask because you call yourself, well, I'm a nice guy and I don't want to cause any problems. I don't want to rock the water. That's just not my cup of tea. That's not me. But I'm going to tell you that a part of being a grown man is taking off the facade, take off the mask, and tell people how it is. Own your own stance, and let the person who most important person in your life right now, okay, besides your children, of course. I'm not, that's something else. But she is the most important person in your life right now, because this is somebody you're gonna have to wake up next to every morning and go to bed with every night. Okay, it's not about you being mean. When you're standing up for yourself. Do you see how I'm talking right now? I'm being forward. Okay, I'm sure you take me very seriously right now. You can look into my eyes in the screen, and I'm telling you how it is. But I'm not being rude or disrespectful. I'm still the nice person. I'm still the nice person that I am. I haven't altered. I haven't changed in any which way, shape, or form. But what I do know is when change is needed, it's a time for seriousness, a time to be taken seriously, okay? You need to be taken seriously by your wife. Don't let her laugh at you. Do not let her belittle you. Because if you think that the person, and this is all related, by the way, to everything, your problem that you've had from this issue, okay? That where you were wronged and emasculated by them jumping you and being held down. The two women, girls, were holding you down and what have you, okay? But I think like the major thing that you need to learn from that experience is like, okay, well, I felt this way. I felt this small. I felt emasculated. I didn't feel like the strong man that I am, that I know I can be, and I know I am at the age of 22. You need to learn from that experience and take it to this experience, okay? Because it shouldn't bother you. Listen, things like that bother you so deeply, so intensely, there's more to the story, to your psyche, to who you really are, and how you really want to feel as a person. Excuse me, I'm really hot. I turn the heat on and take my sweater off. Okay. And I think that it really does have everything to do with you not feeling like the man that you wanna be. And as you have every right to be, because you are a man. You're a grown man. And I'm trying to tell you, not just with your wife, but with anybody, but especially with your wife, because she's the one you guys are supposed to be team against the world, against all the other people out there, the trifling people out there of the world. Not up against each other. And a major part of that is that you have to show that maturity and say, hey, listen, let's call her Cheryl. All right, Cheryl. Like, really, did you, take her in person, in private, and just have a serious conversation? And just, tell her, say, listen, a while back, I had confided in you about something that was about what happened to me when I was 22 years old. And when I told you that my sister and my aunt were in a predicament, all three of us were in a predicament where our lives could have been taken. We were petrified, we were scared. I mean, we didn't know what was going to happen to us. I was scared of my family. This is my family. I didn't know what was happening to them. And for you to make a joke about that, I mean, Cheryl, I confided in you about this. This is really important to me. Obviously, this is something that's really hard for me. I even had to see a counselor for this, a psychologist, to get over this, to get through this. And I just really never have come around to being able to get through this. And you're my wife. Like, I confided in you. And you turn around and you laugh at me? And then she's probably going to turn like, you know what? Oh my God. I mean, relax already. It was just a joke. It's not a big deal. Like, you shouldn't feel this way. This is ridiculous. This is that. And that's when you're going to turn around and say, you are not me. This is how I am. This is what I'm going through. Whether you feel it's rational or not rational, but this is something that you and I, that we should work this out together. I confess this to you. And how dare you turn around and you take something that's so humiliating to me. Something I'm very sensitive about. And I'm not feeling, this is not making me feel my optimum best. I'm not feeling the best I could possibly feel because of the situation that I've experienced. And I'm confiding you as my wife, confidence. This is my confidant. And how do you turn around and tell your friends? And then have your friends enter my home, our home, and you have them laughing at me, cracking jokes, da-da-da-da. Like, how can you do that, Cheryl? How could you do that to me? And you know what? Yeah, sure. I didn't tell you how much this bothered me before, and that was my problem. I should have told you, like, this is not okay with me. But again, I didn't know how to handle that. I was actually kind of shocked about how you handled it, and I just went along with it because I didn't want to rock the waters. But now it's just gotten to a point where I'm not feeling comfortable around you or your friends, and in my own house when they're here. So I had that humiliated experience a long time ago. Now I have to live with it in my house. Every time I come over there, they're snickering. Oops. Snickering. No, Cheryl. No. That's going to stop. And you need to put your friends in check. Because I'm not going to feel this way in my house. And I'm going to let you know that you and I, we need to talk. It's not just his experience. But as much as you want me to respect you when you have anything upsetting in your life, because we're going to be together for a really long time, and life changes, you will have experiences, and one day you're going to need me. You're going to need me, if not once, a whole bunch of times, for me to support you and treat you with the respect and us to be a team and figure it out together. You're going to need me for that. But I need you right now, and I need you to have the same respect for me. And that's a part of not being, it's not that you're not a nice person, but it's a part of you standing up for yourself and being comfortable with the woman that you're supposed to be married. Don't be scared of her. Do not be scared of her. Because if you're scared of your wife, you lost your wife. That is the truth. Okay? Because everything might be fine and dandy right now because you're not walking the waters and you're letting her get away with murder and letting her treat you the way that she's gonna treat you, etc. But one day, because just like you just told her, like I told you to tell her, that you're gonna need me many, many times to be supportive of her. You're gonna have things in your life as well where you're gonna need her again. Okay, to support you again, and whatever it is that you're going to. Maybe one day you get fired, God forbid, but maybe one day you get fired, and you need to be the team together as a family because you got babies now. Well, you had babies already, but you got a family unit here now. You have to fight together, stay together. And she's still not being supportive. She's still, still trifling, still getting over on you, still not taking you seriously. And only she's acting like that because you never stick up for yourself and be the man that you need to feel. There's a reason why I'm telling you this, by the way, because once you feel better about yourself and stand up for yourself and feel like the man that you want to feel, then what happened back then is not going to matter. You're going to chalk that up as like, I was a 22-year-old kid, whatever. What's important now is that I'm the man that I am now. I hold my own. I'm a laid-back kind of nice guy. But I am a kind of guy, don't step on my toes. I'm reasonable. I will work it out with you. I don't yell, I don't scream. I may talk very forward to you. I may lay down the law when I know that it's just. But I do stand my own. I don't let nobody spoil me. Okay? You will be taking me seriously. Especially if I'm going to marry you. I'm not asking you to change your color to blue. I'm not asking you for the impossible. I'm just asking you for what I'm entitled to. Anybody's entitled to when they step into a marriage. Okay? So that's where I'm getting at. And I hope that you watch this entire video because it does take me some time to get the ball rolling. But I tied it all together. So again, I'm going to repeat it one more time. Okay? Again, what happened to you back then is not going to matter because when you feel like the man, the masculine man that you are, where you can fight now for your family, you've got a tight rein on your family. It's not that when I say tight rein on the family, but people like men. Men are so scared of women these days. Okay, and it's not about fear, but it is about equality and respect. And all marriages, all families, they run on. There's a billion of different kind of families out there. There's equality, or one's a breadwinner and the other one stays home and cleans, and sometimes that's the man, sometimes the wife. That's not what it's about. So even if you had to, maybe she has a better education, and I know that I'm going off of the thing, I'm not, whatever. I'm going off the topic for a minute, but kind of am and kind of not. Maybe she's got the better education. Maybe she's out there making the big dough, and you have to stay home and take care of the children. But that doesn't make you this small. That's just the kind of family that you have. There's a respect. You respect her for being the breadwinner. She respects you for being the caretaker of the home and the children, or vice versa. or maybe both of you work. So that's why I'm trying to tell you there's different kinds of families out there, and they operate in different ways. But the most important thing is the respect, and nobody's going to respect you unless you demand respect and you carry yourself in a way that deserves respect. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be treated in a way that nobody laughs at you when you've had a hard experience that you went through. So, okay. I really feel that was some really good advice to give you. It's like tough love, but it's not. I'm not coming down on you, and I'm not coming down on your wife, your family unit. Okay, so I also want to tell you, and I know, sorry, this video is like long because I touched on that family thing, and I really feel that once you start feeling better about yourself, because I think that you're confused about being a nice guy and laying down the law at the same time. Making people respect you. That doesn't make you a bad guy. It makes you a man, not a boy, but a man. And once you start feeling like a full-blown man that you deserve to be, because you're commanding that, you're not going to worry about that stupid little, not that it was stupid, okay, but the situation that you had when you were a 22-year-old boy. We've all had stupid experiences. I keep on saying stupid because it's not stupid. But we've all had experiences when we're younger that we think is like, oh my God. I mean, I've had things happen in my life where, like, oh my God, that was so scary. Like, I could have really, I don't know, like a big major ordeal. I've had many of them growing up. But really they have no bearing on who I am today because I'm confident in myself knowing that I am the woman who I am today. I needed to go through those experiences. You can chalk whatever you had in your past. Those experiences make you the man who you deserve to be today. If your life was so cushy and nothing bad ever happened to you, I promise you would not be the man that you are today. There's no possible way. If you had a cushy life then, you're going to be cushy now. Soft man to be walked over like a mat. So, just look at it as the experience that you had with your sister's ex-friends. Look at that as a life-changing experience that's going to harden you. It forces you to take a strong look at yourself, who you are as a person, how you want to be. It made you feel like, wow, I feel like such a man, because I didn't feel like I protected my wife. My sister and my aunt. So now, now that opened doors. It opened doors to, I'm going to have to do some changing. Not because I have to, but I really feel like I need to change who I am. I don't know anything what you look like or anything like that. Don't know your name, don't know what you look like, nothing. Okay? But you could say to yourself, I was a string bean. Little thin whisper of a boy. Because some boys are like that. They're just small. because they don't work out. They don't, and you don't have to. This is just, examples, okay? I'm just giving you examples of how that experience that you've had back then could help you out right now. So back then, you weren't strong enough, or you. I don't even think that it could be that it's not necessarily physical strength. It just could be that, and it sounds like the way that you explained it to me, they caught you off guard. Okay. But what I'm saying is that take these experiences, even if they're like really shitty experiences, okay, and you open the door and you say, okay, what can I do for me? What can I change about myself so that shit ain't never gonna happen to me again? So, okay, sister, auntie over there, the done thing that's happened there. Now I have my wife and I have my 2 children to take care of now. So what can I do now, or even right after you had that experience with your sister and your aunt, okay? What could I have done? And that's where it all begins. Then you could have said, you know what? I didn't feel like much of a man. Yeah, that bothers me. Yeah, I feel like crap. Yeah, it's a memory I'm just gonna have to deal with. But you know what? It's gonna be less of a memory, less of a hard memory to remember, because you know what? Okay, so I had that experience, but I took the steps to make the changes. I went to the gym. I started working out. Didn't have to be Mr. Bulked up, but I'm strong. I'm stronger. I got a nice physique, so even if I was caught off guard and bam, like, or something. Or maybe you can take, I don't know, martial arts or something like that. So when people, maybe that's something that bothers you. Well, I should have had better reflexes. Or maybe you can take like a class where your reflexes are sharpened. Okay. So do you understand what I'm saying? So don't look at bad experiences as, oh, it's sealed up, it's there in a window box. I have to look at it for the rest of my life. There's nothing I can do about it. No, that's not what that's about. You have these experiences so I can alter you to be the better person who you are today. Okay. So I think that's about it. I'm just trying to see if there was anything else I could have touched on. Uh, oh, I think that pretty much is it. But just sit down and talk to your wife. Oh, no. There's more. Okay. So your wife. I just wanted to cover this. I'm trying to remember what I said in the last video I made you. Okay. So if your wife is like, oh my God, aren't you over the top? It's ridiculous. And don't be getting on my face like that, and don't be talking to me like that. Okay? Because some wives are like that. They just don't want to hear it. And some of them feel like, no, he didn't. Because the truth of the matter is that there's going to be a fight. A verbal fight. There's going to be a real strong argument. I can pretty much guarantee that it's going to be an argument. And the reason why there's going to be an argument is because you let her get away from. I'm pretty sure this is not a one-time incident. I'm pretty sure that you let her get away with murder after murder after murder, of her feeling like she's on top and you're down here and you're just smiling and letting her do what, because you're too nice to rock the boat. Pretty sure that's basis of your relationship. So, but I'm just trying to tell you really need to start. If you're going to get married and you want this marriage to work for like the rest of this lifetime, you better start acting. You better start taking off the childhood. Everything is okay, and I don't want to rock the boat. No, Let her know how it is. Not talk to me this way. Not act, and I'm not saying you have to constantly be this way, but when it comes to important matters, you need to take a stance and let her know this is how it is. Don't treat me like this. Don't make me feel like that small in my house. It's not going to happen. And when she goes, because she's not used to you treating her or responding to her behavior, her malbehavior, in the way that would give her a slap of maturity. Okay? And I'm not saying that you're not mature, but I'm just saying that you do need to tweak yourself. You do need to tweak. Okay? And that's what life's all about. I need to tweak myself every time the new experiences. I'm tweaking myself a lot with all the different experiences that I have. Sometimes I'm lazy. Sometimes I don't want to do it. Sometimes I'm scared. But I got to tweak, and push forward. We all have to do it. This is what you're going to work on is your relationship with your wife, and how there's going to be some respect up in this relationship, and that she's not going to treat you in a certain way, and you're not going to allow her to treat, and you're going to start to learn how to be honest with your feelings, because you say, oh, it didn't really bother me that much, and it did bother you a lot. It does. Be honest. And that's another thing that you have to learn. If you feel that if you think that this does not bother you, it's clear to me that it bothers you. It's clear to the counselor, the psychologist that you had to see. It's clear to him that it really bothers you. And it's clear to your 22-year-old self that this really did bother you. But the 27-year-old who doesn't want to rock the boat, you're saying, oh, this doesn't bother me. But you got 3 different people here, including your younger self, saying, well, I guess it does bother you. You've lied to yourself for so long because you want to be the nice guy and not rock the boat. Those are your own words. That you've lost yourself somewhere, okay? You've lost yourself somewhere. You don't even know your real feelings about things. Yes, it does bother you. And, honey, I'm just trying to tell you that this is how you take care of it, because I feel like I'm being a little bit too pushy right now. But I promise you, it comes from a good heart. But anyway, so she's going to, have a fit. But this is how you handle it, okay? You tell her that, you know what, Cheryl, remember, we're going to... And by the way, everybody, that's not her name. If you know my other videos, my advice videos, I make up names and just grab them from the air, right? Whatever comes to mind. Cheryl. You just say, you know what, Cheryl? I say what I have to say. This is how I feel. And how can, for you to make me feel that small, and you and your friends want to laugh at me and make me feel this small, how can I be happy with you? How can I be happy with you? How can I want to enter this relationship, enter this marriage by you laughing at me and not respecting me and da-da-da? You know what? All right, you know what? No, don't touch me, because I don't feel like being intimate with you. I'm really upset with you. That's how you get her. Okay? Intimacy. Withhold it, she gonna bend. And that I was just jabbing at you as a friend. As a friend would. Okay? But yeah. But you say it's very serious to her, like, no, I don't want to be intimate with you. And this is how you can't somehow stop, wait, and look at it and see maybe what I'm saying is very serious. And I need you to treat me with some respect here. And not humiliate me, make me feel like shit in my own house. No, I don't want to be intimate with you. Don't touch me. Roll over, go to sleep. Until further notice. And believe me, she's gonna be like, well, damn. after a while, she'll be like, well, damn. All right. So I get it. And that's when you bring it home again. All right. See how you're open. So you're open now. You're open now to like take how we handle and you can. It's not all about and let her know that it's not all about what happened to me when I was 22 years old. You let her know that, hey, listen, just not just mundane, but the general idea that you would disrespect me and hurt me the way that you did, and you and your friends gang up on me, laughing and what have you, like, and just like, you know what, Shara, I do love you, and I want to be with you. I want to stay married with you, but the way that you made me feel, that's got to stop, and it's not going to happen anymore. Are we on the same level here? And believe me, I'm going to give you the same respect, but I need that in back. I need this. I need a back in return. So, okay. That's it, and I'm hoping this video uploads, please. Okay, so I hope that this helps you, and I'm pretty sure not everybody's going to watch this video for 46 minutes. I know it was a little bit long, but it took me a while to get it out. But really, this is for the person who asked me for advice, and I'm sorry if it's a little bit too long. It's really long. But anybody else who gets to the end of this video, if you need any advice, please inbox me, and anything that you want to ask me about. I don't ask anybody, oh, what do you think about this situation? No, it comes from me. These are my opinions, okay? And I want to emphasize my opinions. It's not what you have to take, but I really, my advice comes from the heart. It comes from my mind. I take time to think about it before I start babbling and yammering at the mouth. Nonsense. Okay? It's none of that. I'm telling you, friendly level, give you some really good advice. Okay, let's wrap it up. Alright, so, okay, please like and subscribe, and I'm on Google. I'm still learning about Google. Okay, love you guys, bye.